Hi, welcome to Bechamel. Today we're going to be making a chicken, mushroom and potato bake. We're going to be using 1 large onion, 2 potatoes, some mushroom, 1 pepper, chicken breast, some rosemary and some parsley, olive oil, salt, some coarse pepper, paprika, bechamel sauce and grated mozzarella cheese. To prepare the potatoes, we're going to pour about 1 tablespoon of olive oil into a bowl, add some salt to taste, and then about 1 teaspoon of pepper, and then mix it all together. Our next step is to add the potatoes and make sure to completely coat it in the oil. Now we're going to take a baking tray and put some baking parchment on top and then add our potatoes and make sure to evenly distribute them on the tray. Now we're going to put the tray inside the oven for about 20 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Then place a pan on the hob and add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Once the oil is hot, add 1 large diced onion into the pan and sauté it until it turns a nice golden brown. As we can see, it's now golden brown, so we can then move on to adding 1 large diced chicken breast. Our next step is to add 1 pepper. I used half a red pepper and half a green pepper, but it's completely up to you. Our next step is to add the mushrooms. I boiled them, but you can use them fresh if you would like to. And I used about 8 mushrooms. Our next step is to add some salt, about 1.5 teaspoons, I would say. And then we're going to add the same amount of pepper. But that's completely up to you, and you can use the salt and pepper to taste. Next, we're going to add about 1 teaspoon of paprika, or you can use chili powder, but I personally think that paprika is a bit more flavoursome. And now we're going to add about 1 teaspoon of tomato puree and mix everything together. As we can see, after about 8 minutes of mixing, it's a really nice colour and it smells amazing. So now we're going to take the chicken and place it in a bowl and put it aside for now. So now we're going to assemble everything. So take a baking dish and add the potatoes that have just come out of the oven, and as we can see, it's crisped around the edges slightly. Our next layer will be adding the chicken in and the mushroom. Once we've layered it nicely, we can add some rosemary and parsley on top for some lovely flavour and smell. Our next step is to spread some bechamel sauce on top. Once you've spread the sauce on nicely, we can add some of the mozzarella on top. Then we can add some more of the potatoes on top. With the potatoes layered nicely, we can add some bechamel sauce on now. I used lots of it because I like it quite runny, but it's completely up to you. Bechamel sauce can be made at home, and I've given you the recipe and it's in the description box below. Finally, we can add another layer of grated mozzarella cheese. Once the cheese has been spread evenly, it's now ready to go into the oven. I put it in for about 20 minutes at 190 degrees Celsius. Make sure to keep an eye on it, and once the top layer is nice and crispy, you can take it out. If not, you can add a few more minutes to it. After 20 minutes, it's done, and we're taking it out of the oven now. And it's quite hot, so do be careful. The top layer is nice and crispy, as we can see, and it's a really nice golden brown. It smells amazing and I can't wait to try it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, share and subscribe to Boven.